Welcome to In the Geek Room and the movies I've watched in 2020. So, we're in August, and if this is your first video you're watching, okay, so at the start of the year I decided I was going to keep track of every movie that I watched in 2020, and now we're in August. This was all done pre-COVID and everything, so the results are a little bit more, they're not what I imagined they'd be when I conceived this whole concept in December. So I just keeping track. So that's the my little intro. If this is the first one you watched, August, go back and check out some of the other ones. I really did it. Just wanted to see how I watch movies, how many I watch, and what platforms I watch them on. And like I said, prior to this whole COVID thing, it's more of an experiment, and it's an ongoing thing. It's going to be curious to see how. I plan on continuing this going. So. We are now, that's enough of the ranting, not ranting, you know what I mean. We are now in August, and so I started it off with Creed. Really good film, I like Creed. Michael B. Jordan, Sylvester Stallone, brilliant. It's a worthy successor to the Rocky movies. Creed 2 felt really like a Rocky movie, and it's good, it's great seeing Dolph Lundgren again back as Ivan Drago, and Bridget Nielsen as well. That was a surprise seeing her. So yeah, but I prefer Creed to Creed 2, but Creed 2 is still worth a watch. It's a good story, and I enjoy these movies. It's fun. Club Dread, Broken Lizard, love Broken Lizard movies, and Club Dread, one of the underrated ones. Slime and Salmon, again, a Broken Lizard. I absolutely love that movie. It's really funny, so quotable. Man of Steel, now we're going on to the whole DC thing, bit of a DC run in August, and so Man of Steel, not my favourite Superman movie, a bit dark for Superman. I mean, I love Zack Snyder, but this is not, it's not one of the better ones, but I want to say it's the best cinematic incarnation of Superman since the the Christopher Reeve era, but then again there's only one in between, which was Man of Steel, which was Superman Returns. So I enjoyed it. Man of Steel's good fun, but just not brilliant. Shazam. Okay, this is one I've been avoid watching because it just didn't appeal to me, but there was nothing else where you could think of watching. We just wanted something fun and different. Just made our own opinion. I really enjoyed Shazam. It's one of the stronger DCEU movies. Watchmen Ultimate Cut. The 3.5 hours, if I'm right, version of it, they integrate the Black Freighter comic book. Really enjoyed it. It does feel long, but I love the Watchmen movie anyway. I love the comic book, and the Ultimate Cut really works with the integration of the Black Freighter storyline, and I love it. I know it's a long watch, it's a hard watch, but it's worth doing it. So Watchmen Ultimate Cut, definite. El Mariachi did that as post-podcast, which I do for the High Ground. So Callum, me and my podcasting partner Callum, High Ground Podcast, little shout out to it, watched El Mariachi. We pick films to watch after we've done a podcast, and it was my turn and El Mariachi. I'm a big fan of the Robert Rodriguez book, Rebel Without a Crew, which was his diary of making El Mariachi. So it was great to watch El Mariachi again. If you haven't seen El Mariachi, really watch it. It's brilliant. Supergirl, the original 1984. Because we do a bit of a DC thing, and I realised I didn't have Supergirl. So when I haven't got Supergirl, the 1984 version, it's a lot better than I remember. Not brilliant movie, but it's just a fun bit of nonsense. It's worth a check out. Okay, I did a bit of a film night for I did Raiders of the Lost Ark. Put it on the projector, so I had it on the wall. Absolute brilliant. Had the whole cinema experience going. That's the one thing, I love seeing classic movies on a big screen. If I can't go to the cinema to watch them, do it myself. And Raiders of the Lost Ark was just perfect experience. One of the greatest movies ever made, in my honest opinion. I absolutely love Raiders. Justice League. Waiting for the Snyder Cut, that's all I'll say, because I'm really not a fan of this movie. Blues Brothers 2000. Hadn't seen it in years. I only ever seen it once before. I actually preferred it. Like I said, there's nothing else I could watch here on Amazon Prime. I found Blues Brothers 2000. Not a patch on the original, but enjoyable if you like that sort of thing. Juliet Naked. Found this on Sky Movies. it's Chris O'Dowd and Ethan Hawke and I can't remember who was there. I'm looking at somebody off the top of the head. She was in Phantom Menace, not Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, one of Padme's assistants. But Juliet Naked, about a guy obsessed with a singer whose ex-girlfriend ends up getting in touch with the singer. It's worth watch. Juliet Naked. I was just like says going through the movies, and I found it and really enjoyed it. Really low key, enjoyable film. Really good. Like I said, just saw it and thought it looked good. So yeah, The Shining. Haven't seen this in over 30 years. Seriously, I wish I'd watched it before because I'm not really a horror fan. But after watching Doctor Sleep last year, I was vowed when we had it on. It was released on Blu-ray. We get The Shining as well. We got The Shining, watched The Shining, really loved The Shining, absolutely brilliant film. Like I said, it blew my mind. Like I said, I think I was a bit too young the first time I watched it to understand it, and I appreciate for how great The Shining is, but really, The Shining, great movie. Absolutely loved it. Doctor Sleep director's cut with an extra, I think it's 30 minutes in. You know, sometimes you get director's cuts which you feel like they're all, I know how to cut this stuff out. Doctor Sleep, the director's cut was absolutely brilliant, and you know, it didn't feel like there was anything in there as padding. And if you're gonna watch the Doctor Sleep, watch the director's cut. Really enjoyed it. I love the film anyway. Saw it at the cinema last year. Long though, I'll say that. 1989, Batman. Loved it. Really, truly loved it. And just recently did a podcast, commentary for the High Ground podcast. I'm going to put a link in the box below for the High Ground. Our little project, should I say. And Batman 1989. I'm going to say, don't really want to say too much about it because I want you to listen to the podcast. It's good, but I love Batman. I think it's one of the definitive superhero movies. Aquaman. Been put off watching that for so long. I didn't think I'd enjoy it, even though it's got Dolph Lundgren in it, and I love Dolph Lundgren, I think he's brilliant. Really enjoyed it. And, Jason Momoa, great as Aquaman, and Tamara Morrison as well, and Nicole Kidman. So, I actually really enjoyed it. I was really surprised by that movie. Wonder Woman. Still prefer Captain America. There's a few things that niggle me about the film. Mainly her costume is completely impractical, but whereas the MCU went for practicality, this one just seems to be there. But it's alright, but just not brilliant in my opinion. Batman and Robin, the reason, talk about a franchise destroyer, I still don't like the movie. I'll be honest with you, it's too bright and comic booky. I say comic booky, I mean cartoony. It reminds me so much of the 60s Batman. Batman Returns. Classic, say no more. It's just one of the dark Batman movies, but I absolutely love Batman Returns. Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman, Danny DeVito's Penguin, Michael Keaton, my favourite Batman, and Christopher Walken. I mean, it's just a great movie. I mean, Batman Returns together, just superb. Batman Forever, 25 years old. You know what? It's not that bad. It really isn't. Not brilliant, but not bad. Really. You can see where they were going with it. It's like that one and Batman and Robin. So, gotta watch it because you had to do all four of them. They didn't do them in the right order. Resident Evil. They're great movies. I know I'm not a gamer, but I love Resident Evil. So I did Resident Evil, which is enjoyable. Resident Evil Apocalypse, which I think is fantastic. It's just, yeah, goes from horror into action as you progress. Resident Evil Extinction, which I thought was unique in doing it in the desert and doing it in bright light, is brilliant. So Afterlife, which they all start blending into more action zombies. So it goes from horror to just action. Ip Man 4, which I still think the first two are the strong ones. This Ip Man 4 is better than 3, worth a look. I like Donnie Yen, I think he's brilliant, but it was enjoyable. Like I said, doesn't match up to the first two, but definitely better than the third Ip Man movie. New Mutants, loved it. It actually got a cinema release. Actually, I'm glad it got released rather than being buried on when Disney bought up Fox. So New Mutants, really, I enjoyed the movie. Was it worth the wait? Not really. I mean, you should have went on to streaming or Disney Plus or something. But I'm glad it got a cinema release personally, because I'm an X-Men completist, and I can now say from 2000 to 2020 I've seen all the X-Men movies on the big screen. So I'm glad it got it for that reason. That's just on a personal note. Then it was Resident Evil Retribution, which is good. I enjoyed it. I like the way they brought like the originals characters and everything. It was a good movie. Resident Evil Final Chapter, a bit of a letdown, but you know, I like the way they ended it, and it was good, a bit predictable but enjoyable. Star Trek. Started on the Kelvin timeline, I think it's called. Rather than, you know, I like it. Really, really enjoyable. Very strong movie. So, yeah, Star Trek. You know, you don't have to be a Trekkie to enjoy it, live long and prosper. I now hit the big 150. I wanted my 150th movie to be a real special one to me. And this is a film that I've watched in parts throughout the year. Anytime I need inspiration, but never sat down and watched it from start to finish. And it is Jon Favreau's 2014 absolutely incredible movie. I love it to bits. Chef. And I just think it's fantastic. It's inspirational, and one of the reasons why I do these videos, it's inspires me to go out and follow my dreams, and which is, you know, this sort of thing, and movies and stuff. So it's a brilliant movie and inspirational for life in general. So Chef, if you've not seen Jon Favreau's Chef, absolutely fantastic movie. Go watch Chef. And my 151st movie of 2020, and the last movie in August, which was Star Trek Into Darkness. Haven't seen it since I saw it at the cinema, and I actually enjoyed it more this time around. I didn't like the way they kept Khan a secret, which, you know, everybody knew that Benedict Cumberbatch was Khan. Great cast. Story's great, and I like the way that they riffed on the original version of Khan and everything. And so Star Trek Into Darkness, I'm glad that I watched it again, and it's better on second viewing. So that's been August for me, and like I said, link to my podcast, which I referenced quite a bit in this video. So see you all in September's movies I've watched in 2020. See you all.